Let's start at the beginning. The world is exactly what it is. The world is open to you. It does look like you've made some changes, Aries. You've released some things that no longer serve you. Can be bad habits, people, marriages, family members who are getting on your nerves, whatever, jobs. But it does look like you have made some of those big changes and really embraced trying things new. And the world is a very lucky card. Everything is open to you. The world is your oyster kind of thing. And it also does look like you have maybe released some tensions, some frustrations. That this seems to be a running theme with all the signs right now, and kind of Pluto kind of dictates that we make those changes whether we want to or not. So it does look like you got to jump on some of these changes, Aries, probably earlier in the year is what is feeling. But the world is there to let you know that your choices aren't as limited as you think they are. It is a lucky card. Give things a try and step into your greatness, because you have some things to share out in the world. This purple is lighting up for me, so it does feel like you've either had divine intervention or you've had some really strong spiritual messages, or it could even be messages that come through others if you're not so connected to the spiritual world. But it is aha moments, and it is information to help you move into your greatness. So it does look like you've gotten that information, and you are now making those changes and looking at your abundance, looking at the world from a larger vantage point. A lot of us just think our world is the city that we live in, but it does look like you have raised your awareness and expanded your vision to include other places and other things and other people that you may not normally or traditionally have done in the past. What crosses you here is kind of the alone card. This looks like this might be one of your challenges. It is unlike the Hermit card, which is kind of going into yourself. The Four of Pentacles it can dictate running away from the things that you need to do, kind of escaping, or not answering the phone, or not accepting invitations, things like that. But this is just what crosses you. So it may be your hermit tendencies, but unlike the hermit, it is more of kind of a running away from responsibilities type thing. So be aware. I know you guys have that. All Aries that I know have that. So be aware when you're slipping into some of those old habits, because the new place that you have really doesn't have a place for running away anymore. Taking a moment to digest, checking in with spirit, that's different. That is different than the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is more avoidance of reality, avoidance of what needs to be done. And of course, with Pluto going retrograde, anything that you avoid purposefully will be put in front of your face, in front of all the neighbors as well. So it's just a little warning to continue to be on the path of breaking those habits that don't serve you. What is above you is a 10. This is kind of the celebration. This is the family card. This is the 10 of Pentacles. So, that's material things. That's physically getting together with people. It's a very physical card. It also can stand for money. This is a 10. So it does feel like something that was formerly a problem, maybe in the family. It feels like more family problem is being resolved. Maybe you were able to speak your piece recently, and you were able to see now those changes. But it does feel like the house or the home is calming, a little bit less dramatic, but it is in a celebration time. So this could be graduations, weddings, just getting together, barbecues, just connecting with other people. But it does feel a little lighter. That family area is a little lighter, and it does feel like you are spending some quality time with those people that either are your family or those that are your family of choice. This older man here is lighting up for me. So there may be a wise one in your tribe that is having some difficulty on the physical level, and it does feel like spending more time with them before they make their transition. It does feel like you may, Aries, it may not be everyone, but you may have someone that is in your wise group of a more accelerated age. I don't want to say old, but this could be grandma, grandpa, but someone that has been sick for a while, and it does feel like the transition is near. So spending quality time with that family member or tribal friend is a really good idea, it feels. So it does feel like some changes are coming and some shifts and transformations are coming within your family as well. So the Knight of Pentacles is here. He is upside down. I mean, the Knight of Wands, he is upside down, right side up. He usually stands for good news around work or activities. He is upside down. So in general, there may be an extra challenge to either work, school, or some activity that you've been putting energy in. It feels like you may have had a little setback. This also can stand for a person. This is either Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It really doesn't feel like you, although for many of you, you may have had to maybe release something that you wanted to do in order to propel other things for the family. So it does feel like there has been a little bit of challenge, something that you wanted to move forward. It feels like there was maybe took a little extra money than you thought it would, or someone who was going to bring, the casserole didn't bring it, something like that. So it's a mild backpedal to your journey, but in general you are moving forward. So it does feel like it's something that you may have let slip through the cracks. Did you pay your taxes? Do you have an unpaid parking ticket that now has a fee on it or something like that? But it does feel like there was a little challenge. It is in the past position. So, maybe you were throwing a party and everyone was busy on that day, so you had to change the day, something like that. That's just an example. But yeah, it does feel like there was a little bit of static when trying to move forward and creating either a celebration or a gathering or something like that. So may have taken a little bit more money, time, or effort than you thought. So, since things are changing, it does not surprise me that you have the Seven of Cups here. Now, cups are about emotions and feelings, and this can stand for really looking at a situation as it actually truly is, and not letting it don't be in an illusion about it. It is what it is till it's something else. So in order to really resolve something, we have to look at it brutally, honestly. So it does feel like it may be a personal habit. It may be a friendship that's no longer working, but it does feel like something that you may have been brushing under the carpet and not looking at it honestly. It could be, a family member that's using drugs or alcohol and that you really didn't want to look at it, but with Pluto and Saturn going retrograde, it will be brutally aware to you what is going on. So please look at the situation as it truly is, and that you can resolve it from there. But it does look like a lot of feelings got kicked up with a lot of these changes. Could be with the senior member also that is ill. So it does feel like a lot of things that you might have pushed down and not taken a look at for a while are kicking up again. So it could be family habits, addictions, just communication or lack thereof. But it does feel like, Aries, it's time to really look at things honestly and release them if they don't serve you. But it also can mean it's time to redo your bucket list, because a lot of things have changed. A lot has shifted for you since the first of the year, Aries. And so now it's time to take a look at what you want to do for the rest of your life. A lot of things have changed in our awareness and in our subconscious as well. So take a look at things honestly, Aries. Judgment card is here. Doesn't necessarily have to mean it's a bad card, but it does also kind of validate looking at things honestly, not holding yourself up to different standards than everyone else, or everyone else to different standards as your own. So it is about embracing kind of acceptance, going with the flow, allowing that information to come in. It can also stand for being too much in control of things and not just letting life unfold in front of you and show you what's going on, because what's going to happen is what's going to happen. It's what our spiritual agreement is to come down and learn. So take some of that judgment away. It does feel like you might have been a little disappointed with having to do this redo here. You might have been a little disappointed, so you may be sitting in judgment a little bit. So if you can release all that to the Supreme Being, God, Supreme Twinkie, whatever you want to call it, and really find your neutrality around other people's decisions, either to join you or to leave, or whatever their decisions are, whatever their behavior is. You can only change yourself, sweet Aries, no one else. So don't let that judgment seep in too heavily on yourself as well. Sometimes we hold ourselves up to such a high standard that, no one can meet that standard. So allow yourself wiggle room and allow others that same courtesy as well, Aries. So what is the basis, the foundation of all this is a 7. This is the 7 of swords, and swords are about thinking, about intellect, worry. So it does feel like the worry card. This can be worrying about theft, worrying about the change, worrying about, are your children leaving the nest? It is graduation time, Aries. So are your children leaving the nest? Are you worried for their safety? So see if you can switch all those negative thoughts into a positive thought. I know my son will be perfectly fine because I've taught them well. So it's really about fears. You have 2 fear cards here, one on the top, one on the bottom. So you're kind of sandwiched in between a lot of your fears, but it does feel like you're able to break out of those. This is kind of the old habits that we were talking about in the beginning of this reading. You are breaking out of them, but it's hard to break habits immediately. So that may seep into your mind occasionally here and there. But if you can replace that negative mindset with a positive mindset and really hold the vision, we have the capability to create our own realities just by what we think. So I encourage you to be a more positive thinker. And it does feel like your fears sometimes get in the way of your movement and your greatness. And that's when you kind of retreat. So instead of retreating this time, go out and take a walk. Look at the birds. Find your gratitude for what you do have instead of fearing the losses and fearing the danger. But it does not feel like it's something that has come to fruition. But, if we focus too much on the negative, we do create that. So please hold your vision of your greatness, hold your vision of the things that you'd like to accomplish and the things that you'd like to gift the world while you are here. Next to this is a 4. This is the 4 of Cups. So you have a lot of cups in here, so you're having a lot of feels, it feels, Aries. But it does look like you were disappointed by something or someone and that you're really focusing on that. But there's some gifts right in front of you that you're kind of ignoring, you're not seeing them because you're so focused on the negative. So flip that mind switch to more positive, moving forward into the future, what you'd like to see happen. Our sadness or our depression is about things of the past that we cannot change, and anxiety is worry about things we don't know about in the future. The only place we can change things from is in present time. So I encourage you, Aries, to be present as much as possible and work at keeping the vision in the positive realm. Don't cry over spilt milk. There are some wonderful things that are right in front of you that you're not seeing because you're noticing the things that have disappointed you. But if you do some gratitude prayers every day, it'll bring that positive into the light a little bit more. But it does look like you were disappointed. It may have been with family members. I'm feeling it's some people that are very close to you. It's not peripheral friends or just associates or just people that you know out in the world, but this looks like it was either a heart betrayal or you're taking it as a heart betrayal, but it really is timing. And it has nothing to do with love. So remember your gratitude, remember your focus, Aries, and you'll be able to move past this kind of disappointment that keeps seeping into you. So this is kind of a validation of that, walking away from the things that no longer serve you. It looks like that has happened for you, Aries, and it's feeling around January, February. There was a big shift in your awareness, your understanding, and you did have to walk away maybe from friendships that weren't serving you. You may have walked away from a job that was no longer serving you, or took a leap of faith and started school or started something in the unknown. It is very scary, but it does look like the moon is shining here. It is something that you're taking from the inside of you and propelling it to the outside. It's something that you've always wanted to do. It does look like you have broken some behaviors that were no longer conducive to your growth. As I said before, addictions have been being looked at pretty heavily right now. So you may be one of those Aries that is looking at addictions and having to walk away from something that is no longer working, or some kind of coping mechanism that is no longer working, and you're replacing it with something that is more empowering for you. And it is what I'm feeling with this moon is things are coming from the dark to the light, so you can deal with them. They may be feeling like they're all on the weight is too heavy and it's making you a little angry right now, but take a look at them honestly, release what you can, and walk away from those that don't matter to you anymore. It really doesn't matter to you anymore. So the culmination card is a 5. 5s can be effortful. This is the old, broken, alone. This is the fear card. So it does feel like you're kind of sandwiched between some fears, and these feel like old fears that are just coming up because it feels normal, I should say. It feels normal, but you have found new ways of doing things. You have found new ways of creating things and have released some of your preconceived ideas that really weren't working from the past. Now it's time to create new systems and new hopes, dreams for your future. But it does feel like this is out of place, the old, broken, alone stuff, and that really holding the vision with gratitude for your journey is going to help you move out of that. On one side of this is that big burden that you're trying to put down. It does feel like you're carrying quite a heavy load, although it does not feel like it is really based in anything present. It does feel like it is an amplified version of what was from the past. So if this is daddy stuff, if this is mommy stuff, abuse, bad relationships, it's time to put those burdens down. It does feel like you have been carrying a heavy load that no longer serves you, that you are healing yourself, sweet Aries. And there's orange all over here. So it's like the last look at the things before you drop it in the river, before you release it into the universe and truly let it go. And you have a very exciting future in front of you. It does feel like it will be very different than the path that you have been trundling along for maybe a decade or so. But it does feel like there's a big shift, and it is bringing up some fears, and it is bringing up some things of the past that you might have thought were done. So now it's time to really truly look at them, release them, blow them up, really look towards your future. But it all is for the greater good. Sweet Aries, it all is for the greater good. And there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not a train, it's an Ace of Cups. Aces are God cards. That's the hand of God. So the goddess, God, Supreme Twinkie, and for many of you who walk in the atheist world, it could be your higher thing, can be a tree, whatever it is. But it does feel like external forces are at work here, guiding you. So listen to the voice in your heart, connect to the voice in your heart, God of your heart, your spirit, when you are feeling confused, because it does look like it's a bit confusing right now. But this Ace of Cups, it's karma cards. It can be the soulmate card. It can be the falling in love card. And if there is no one on the horizon for you, it can be falling in love with yourself and really, truly loving yourself unconditionally with no judgment. But it does feel like someone may be coming into your life. It is at the top. It's the culmination card. So it does, or next to the culmination card, it does require you to finish this work before that one comes in. But it is in your awareness. And it does feel like someone that you know already, someone love hides behind a friendly face is what is coming to me. So stay tuned, sweet Aries, and continue your work. I know it has been hard, but there has been wonderful payoffs since January. The more diligent you are, the more payoffs there are. So I embrace your gratitude and keep going, sweet Aries. That's your general reading for the month of May. I'm going to pull a couple of these past life chakra cards. No, these are, I'm sorry, past life wisdom cards. And medicine man or medicine woman. So now it's time to do some of your own healing. And when we heal ourselves, we can gift others our beautiful medicine in the world as well. So you are right in the process of healing yourself. So don't give up before the greatness happens, Aries. Medicine man, medicine woman is right by your side. Scribe or writer. So maybe it's time to write some of your experiences so you may share with others, or just get them out into the universe so they no longer inhabit your head, inhabit your soul, and take up space in your mind. It's time to write and to release. Many of you may be writers, so it may be time to write that great book. They say that we all have a great novel or story within us, so maybe it might be time to do a little writing, a little poetry, something like that.